Today we are looking at the 16 gigs DDR5 memory stick, but there is one thing with it. It's bad, so it doesn't allow system to boot. So we want to take a look what is wrong with it. So welcome to another episode. My name is Paul and you're watching RadPow. Let's take a look under the microscope what's going on with this RAM. As you can see, this is DDR5. It was a pair of 2 times 16 gigs, 6000, and let's take a look what's underneath. Of course, we have our SPD memory, and we have 4 memories, SK Hynix, 4 at one side, 4 at the other side. And there is nothing at the other side of the board. Let me rip this off, as you can see here. So the plan is simple. Let's first build a programmer to read this SPD flash, and we have schematics how to connect it to our DDR5 memory. And of course, I believe this is also working with DDR4. Let's see here, and DDR5. So I decided to build something like this, and this is my first time with KiCad, so forgive me if something is designed wrong, but this is just few connections. I was able to find this sockets and of course Arduino in KiCad, so I designed this small board and I transferred it to Gerber files. Of course, I will just leave a link in the video description to my Discord with a link to download these files. So now let's go back to our PCB, and our PCB looks like this. Of course, it was ordered in one of the manufacturers in China, but it's very simple. And of course, this socket was ordered at AliExpress. The only bad thing is I have the other socket. The other socket has this pins here, and there is one in the middle. Unfortunately, the footprint I found for this DDR5 memory doesn't fit, so we had to take this one out, but other than that it fits completely fine. So I don't have this socket yet, I just have like a desktop version, and let's solder it under the microscope. It's gonna be quite a challenge. So this is the view from under the microscope. Our pads are quite precise, so we have some wiggle room here. So we're gonna be able to solder it. Let's put some flux. I don't want to put too much. Please forgive me my voice, but I have some sore throat. And let's just smear some flux here. I believe that's going to be enough for our purposes. Okay, let's put this in an angle so we're going to see some pins underneath. And let's try to solder at least 1 or 2 so it won't move. Oh, I didn't turn the station on. First, let's put this in the middle, just like so. And as you see, we can solder it quite easily. I believe we will have to add some more flux. And probably we could use the other tip and use that drag soldering here, but I don't know how that's gonna act. Okay, I'm not gonna make you bore. I'm gonna solder it and I'm gonna be back in few seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly show you a quick method for this soldering using a big tip. And we are just moving it. Okay, we're gonna use some more flux. Just like so. Clean the tip And we should be able to take this solder out just like so. Okay, we need more solder. Okay. Okay, our soldered programmer, this is how it looks like from the other side. And as I said, I'm missing still for that laptop one, this laptop one here, but let's test it if that's gonna work with uh, our memory. That's the other side. Okay. Okay, so whenever we are having our board soldered, let's start with software. I will leave you a link to this software, SPD RW, graphics user interface. So let's go back here. Let's, oh, okay. So the software looks like this, but also has this console here. So this one also comes with a firmware for Arduino. So let's open Arduino and connect our Nano. Okay, install later. You don't see it. So of course we have to choose our COM port. My Nano is on COM port 9. Let's compile and upload the sketch. Okay, uploading done. We can close our Arduino and go back to our, oh, actually we have it opened. Okay, we have connected our programmer, and let's go back. Where's my view? Let's plug in our RAM memory. As you see, it blinked. Go back to program, and here we're gonna click connect. And it discovered COM port 9, and we have connected. As you see, we can click read, and this is our SPD EEPROM. So let's save a copy. Okay, let me say. Okay, let's save it here. I already have some other bins. As you can see, this one names the file right away. So let's save a copy, and this is our save SPD ROM in case we will have to transfer this flash to other PCB. So as you see, this is really cheap. I know that you can buy it on AliExpress. I know it's not that expensive. It costs like $50 to $60 Canadian, but we can have it for even less. PCBs prototypes are cost of the prototypes is around $10. Arduino, I had it. I have few more because this is not original one. This is some kind of a cheap knockoff bought for $3, I would say. And of course, our socket. I paid, I would say $12 for 2 sockets, so I can create one more. The only thing is missing is a socket for a laptop memory. Of course, as always, let's start with visual inspection. So this DDR5, as I mentioned, is SK Hynix H5CG48MEBD X014 memories. So let's take a look how they are looking underneath here, especially the balls. And I don't know if you're gonna see it right away, but I believe, or maybe that's just dirt. Okay, I see it. I don't know if you're gonna see it right away because what caught my eye was here, and I believe that's a ripped pad. But if I'm gonna stick this knife underneath, let's focus a little bit here. And we're gonna try to lift it a little bit. It's moving. I don't know if you're gonna see it because I don't want to rip any other pads, but I can see right away that these balls are not attached. They are moving. And I think these are moving too. This one is okay. These are okay. I would say okay and okay. So technically we will need, and of course our SPD flash is, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is our EEPROM or whatever it's called. So technically what we have to do, we have to reball this, at least these two chips. If not, I'm gonna try to reball all of them. If that's gonna fail, if we're gonna have too many ripped pads underneath, I will consider buying a bare PCB on AliExpress. I believe they are around $30 Canadian, and we're gonna transfer all of these memories and our saved SPD flash or bin file to the new PCB, and this is how we're gonna save this memory chip. But you know what? Let's keep this reballing for another short video. This one, let's focus just on this programmer. So I'm gonna upload this to my Discord channel. I'm gonna leave you a link with some other SPD flashes I was able to find. The only thing I didn't mention at the very beginning, to have this software working, we need to go back with our date. As you can see, I moved my date to 2024 January. Otherwise, this software will not work. I know that you can find it on GitHub, but I wasn't able to make it working with the newer version. That's the only one I found having this console at the back, and this is the only one working and being able to read this whole uh, flash. Let me see one more thing. What's this event log here? Okay, so quick sum up. That's gonna be on my Discord. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one from reballing these chips. As I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna reball it here or I'm gonna get another PCB, because I am afraid that many pads gonna be ripped off underneath, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to repair all of them. Thank you. See you in the next one.